It's the regional record extending 940th episode of the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4, the CW, Strike TV, and YouTube. And we're celebrating this magnificent milestone with the Bellamys and Bahamas episode of the show. Southeast Texas style. During the half hour, we'll check out the Bellamy brothers live at Honky Tonk, Texas. We'll also cruise all over the Bahamas. This is an island that was purchased by Carnival Cruise Lines in 1996 for around $7 million. So they actually own the island. It's a private island just for cruise ships. Sponsored by Tanner West and Texas Construction Resources. We'll feature the Honky Tonk, Texas fabulous flashback. We'll also wear the Southeast Texas debut of Sophie Boland's new video as our King's Country music clip of the week from Nashville. And Britt Godwin will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Glenn's Express Collision. King of the Road. Howdy, and welcome to the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4, the CW, Strike TV, and YouTube. I'm Jim King of the Road, and this truly is the best little TV show in Texas. And can you believe that this is already our 940th episode? We're extending our regional record for a local, independently produced, entertainment-based program. Man, how time flies. You're having a royal time. In a moment, we'll kick the party off with the Bellamy brothers live at Honky Tonk, Texas. Of course, we play all their hits on King's Country Internet Radio.
In less than 100 years, radio has come a long, long way. We've gone from this to this.
Alexa, play King's Country on TuneIn.
King's Country from TuneIn.
And this. Now you can stream us everywhere.
King's Country streams the most magnificent country music mix on the planet 24/7. Stream King's Country Internet Radio on your PC, smart speaker, mobile device, or your vehicle with your Bluetooth connection. King's Country is streaming worldwide and crystal clear on TuneIn, iTunes, Live 365, and at kingscountry.net. And don't miss the nationally recognized and multi-award winning Jim King of the Radio show, middays on King's Country at kingscountry.net. It rules. Now ride shotgun with me as we cruise to Honky Tonk, Texas to check out that dynamic duo, the Bellamy brothers. We always cruise Cadillac style, as seen and heard on Southeast Texas TV, radio, and social media. We are everywhere.
Extra large and turbocharged. It's the King of the Road show.
Oh, hi, to the time.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road. Thank you, guys. Oh, good evening, everybody. It started with a smile and a brush of your hand. Then we got a little closer with a slow, slow dance. Now the world seems to spin right just for me and you. It took us by surprise when it hit us in our heart. Such unbridled passion from an innocent start. We were stoned for a while, but now we know what we're gonna do. Gonna make it last. Gonna make some dreams come true. We've been feeling from the shine of above. We've been steadily stealing every moment we can, 'cause we can't get enough. Yeah, we've been feeling flying on the wings of the dove. We've been feeling and the feeling is love.
Howard, David, great to see you.
See you again, man.
I feel like you're old friends. We've had you on the show several times over the years.
Yeah.
I think the first time might have been at the Dixie Dance Hall downtown Beaumont.
Once at the Texas Rice Festival.
You know, that was 100 years ago.
Yeah, it was about the mid-2000s.
Wow, that was a long time.
And
that's 100 in musician years.
but here we're at Honky Tonk, Texas, and you got a show called Honky Tonk Ranch, so it's right up your alley, isn't it?
Yeah, we feel right at home.
Yeah. Is your ranch kind of like this? Kind of like a honky tonk?
It is at times, yes. A lot goes on there.
That's north of Tampa.
Yes, north of Tampa, a little community called Darby.
150 acres.
Yep.
Yeah. I've got family in Ocala and Tampa area. You know where Ocala is?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We live kind of between the two.
We know all the pig trails in that area. Yeah.
Horse country.
Horse country.
Well, you guys have a lot going on. You're about to go on the road with Blake Shelton. First show in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And big venues. You got Trace Adkins also and Lorna Elena.
John Anderson.
John Anderson.
Yep.
It's was it Blake Shelton and Friends and Heroes?
Yep.
Yep.
It's gonna be a good one.
Fantastic.
You got to be somebody's hero. Blake's a good person to be.
From the shine of a bar, women steadily stealing every morning we can, 'cause we can't get enough. We've been feeling the fever, flying on the wings of the dawn. We've been feeling the feeling, and the feeling of love. We've been feeling the feeling, and the feeling of love. Oh yeah, thank you all. Good evening, everybody.
This segment is sponsored by Tanner West and Texas Construction Resources. When it comes to land clearing, dirt work, excavation, or custom ponds in Southeast Texas, there's only one name you need to know: Texas Construction Resources. Owner Tanner West and his very capable crew have the equipment and experience to handle any job. Give them a call at 409-782-6438. TCR also specializes in site prep, house pads, land clearing, demo, driveways, and much more. Call Texas Construction Resources in Tanner West, 409-782-6438. Still to come, we'll air the Southeast Texas debut of Sophie Boland's new video as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week from Nashville. We'll feature the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. And Britt Godwin will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Glenn's Express Collision on West Cardinal Drive in Beaumont. Next, slap on your sunshades and sunscreen and cruise to the Bahamas with us. Man, how time flies when you're having a royal time. It's the regional record extending 940th episode of the Jim King of the TV show. Fulfill your need for speed with remote control fun from Holcomb Hobbies at 2615 Cardinal Drive next to Glenn's Express Collision in Beaumont, Texas. At Holcomb Hobbies, you'll find a huge selection of remote control trucks, cars, boats, and dragsters, along with all the parts and accessories you'll ever need.
You can upgrade everything on them. You can upgrade wheels, tires, motors, servos, which is your steering. You can do lift kits, suspension. Anything you can do to a real truck, you can do to these pretty much.
Holcomb Hobbies, 2615 West Cardinal Drive in Beaumont, Texas, next to Glenn's Express Collision.
Cruise to Larry's Old Time Trade Days in Winnie, the first weekend after the first Monday of every month. Larry's Old Time Trade Days, where you can find it here.
Hi, Holy Bible Faith Center School of Theology. I'm Chancellor Dr. Durso. My pastor, Dr. Ben Andrews. We teach Jesus our Savior. Stand on the gospel word. How to live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. How to defeat the enemy, Satan, and more. Earn your degree. Allow your resume to be selected because you complete your goals.
New classes begin August 31st. Call 409-466-1744 for more information or visit our website, hbfcschooloftheology.org. Ah, yes. My girlfriend Suzanne Simmons and I recently went on an adventurous cruise through the Bahamas. Enjoy this little recap. Howdy, TikTok Nation. Jim King of the TV and radio coming to you from Half Moon Cay in the Bahamas. Third stop on our Bahamas
adventure. We left Galveston Saturday, sailed for a couple of days. We got to Key West, saw some really cool stuff there. Rented a golf cart and went all around Key West, went to the southernmost part of the U.S. there in Key West, and had a couple of cocktails, and that was the first stop. Yesterday we went to Freeport. Now we're at Half Moon Cay. You can see our ship in the background. It's the Carnival Dream. Tomorrow we're going to Nassau. It is a beautiful day. You really have to be here to capture the beauty for yourself. But look at these waters. It's almost like they were dyed turquoise. This is an island that was purchased by Carnival Cruise Lines in 1996 for around $7 million. So they actually own the island. It's a private island just for cruise ships. Howdy, folks. Jim King of the TV and radio coming to you from the Bahamas. We're in the Atlantis Hotel and Casino. Just beautiful sights all around. Kind of reminds me of my days back in Los Angeles on Rodeo Drive. Fancy shops here, man. Almost looks like the place is made of gold. Oh, my lovely assistant here, Suzanne, won $100 in a $100 machine, just lickety-split. Woohoo! Woohoo! She won $100 at Atlanta. She's so lucky. I think we're just going to stay here for a while. I might empty out my IRA account. We sure loved our cruise to the Bahamas, and check out this spectacular view that we were treated to as we departed Nassau to head back to Galveston.
King of the road.
Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. It's the Houston Rockets Power Dancers.
Yes.
I feel the power. I always like to say I feel the crown power too from my crown boy hat. I bet you've never seen a hat like that before.
I have not. No, I haven't.
You girls look really cute wearing something like this.
Maybe.
But you look awful cute anyway. Now you're at all the home games for the Houston Rockets?
Yes, all the home games. You'll find us there.
Last year they had the Houston Texan cheerleaders here.
Yes.
Have you ever met a real king before?
A real king, not before you.
Good.
You're the only one.
Good, because I'm really not a real king. I just play one on TV a couple of times a week.
King of the road.
That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
The Texas honky tonk. There's no place like home.
Since 2008, Honky Tonk Texas and Silsbee, Texas has featured a steady stream of the very best in local, regional, and national touring bands. Pack up your posse and boot scoot over to Honky Tonk Texas for great concerts, dancing, drinking, and dining. Of course, steak night is every Thursday, and don't forget about the Honky Tonk Grill. Visit them online at facebook.com/honkytonktx and at honkytonktexas.us. Honky Tonk Texas and Silsbee has been entertaining Southeast Texas since 2008. Where have you been?
We are World Gym. Let's rock.
Since Tina Bean started 5-Star Feeds in Port Arthur over 22 years ago, it's become a friendly neighborhood feed store and much more. Kind of like the general store of the good old days.
I think so. I try to be like it used to be. When I was young, going to feed stores and everything, it's, when people come in here, I want them to feel like they're walking into my house, where they feel welcome. So we try to keep it like that.
5-Star Feeds in Port Arthur, Texas.
Home is where the heart can sing. Home is where the heart can
King of the road. Sophie Bolin, great to see you in the flesh finally.
Great to
I love
see
your new
too.
video where the heart can sing.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun doing it, and I'm excited it's out there in the world. I co-wrote this song actually like 4 years ago, so it's crazy that it's coming out now, with my mentor, Rebecca Lynn Howard. She's an amazing singer, songwriter, performer, all-around good human being. I love her so much. We wrote this together like 4 years ago. But I never even thought that I could be a songwriter until I started doing it, and I fell in love with the process.
Well, I always like to brag to you Nashville types about the talent that we have right here in Beaumont, Texas. I've been here for about 25 years, and I was real excited when I first found out I was moving here because I was in country radio. And this has been an area that's really spawned a lot of talent in country music.
So much from Texas. I just went to Texas the first time this year.
Yeah, well, especially in this area because George Jones grew up just a few miles from here in Saratoga, Texas, and he recorded his first songs at a place that is now a saloon in Beaumont. And in the 90s, we had Mark Chestnut, Tracy Byrd, and Clay Walker. And then I think Nashville got tired of Beaumonters. And they passed us up for a few years, but we still have a lot of talent here. It's kind of like a little Nashville here in Southeast Texas, and I like to brag about that.
Totally, you got talent going out the wazoo for over
yeah.
That's
but your area, it must be something up there in the Great Lakes too, because we've had a lot of talent come from the Midwest as well, and you're one of them, a rising country star, and I'm real excited about this new video, Where the Heart Can Sing. Tell us about the making of the video.
Yeah, so let's see. We actually, this week, last year, was when we filmed it. And I've had such a joy. I've been producing my own music videos, which is so much fun. It's a big part of my writing process, too, because I have a background in film acting, and it's fun to do, like, the behind the scenes of creating a video. So I've had just a ball producing it. And I've been working with Ben Lemon. He's out of Michigan. He is an amazing director and cinematographer, and we filmed this in one day. And it was just us two. He kind of was directing. I picked out all the locations and everything and did all the communications, found a truck, and we went out on the road and we filmed at the county fair that I grew up showing at. We filmed at my best friend's farm. We filmed at Roanoke Ranch for Kids, which is in Lowell, Michigan, and they're a ranch that helps at-risk youth through horses. So we filmed at all these locations, and then I wanted to really show my story because this song is about my journey to Nashville and just feeling at home. And so we spliced in a whole bunch of home videos into the music video to kind of portray that. So we had a hoot doing it. It was really scrappy. It was just us two out on the road for a day.
Here comes Sophie Bolin and Where the Heart Can Sing as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week from Nashville.
Got some dreams and some things all packed up in the truck, and I'm headed out. I've been waiting for this day to come round my whole lifetime. Got a box on the floor of the passenger side that my dad put there, and some cash for some gas and a note from my mom that rhymes. I take one last look around and blow a kiss to this little town. I'm headed south on the highway, full steam ahead, better get out of my way. I'm going and I'm not stopping for anything. I may be a stranger, I may be alone, but somehow it feels like I'm just headed home, where I can be myself and where my voice has wings. Home is where the heart can sing. Home is where the heart can sing. Had my heart from the start, I was hooked on the melodies ringing out about love, about life, until I just couldn't pull away. I had words, I had melodies all on my own, had to get them out. myself and where my voice has wings. Home is where the heart can sing. Home is where the heart can sing. Little dot on the map in Tennessee, where I can be who I was meant to be. I'm headed south on the highway, full steam ahead, better get out of my way. I'm going and I'm not stopping for anything. I may be a stranger, I may be alone, but somehow it feels like I'm just headed home, where I can be myself and where my voice has wings. Home is where the heart can sing. Home is where the heart can sing. Where the heart can sing. Where the heart can.
In less than 100 years, radio has come a long, long way. We've gone from this to this.
Alexa, play King's Country on TuneIn.
King's Country from TuneIn.
And this. Now you can stream us everywhere.
Stream King's Country Internet Radio on your PC, smart speaker, mobile device, or in your vehicle with your Bluetooth connection. King's Country is streaming worldwide on TuneIn, iTunes, Live 365, and at kingscountry.net. It rules.
Coming up next, Britt Godwin will be in the Royal Spotlight, sponsored by Glenn's Express Collision on West Cardinal Drive in Beaumont. Man, how time flies when you're having a royal time. It's the regional record extending 940th episode of the Jim King of the TV show. When it comes to land clearing, dirt work, excavation, or custom ponds in Southeast Texas, there's only one name you need to know: Texas Construction Resources. Owner Tanner West and his very capable crew have the equipment and experience to handle any job. Give them a call at 409-782-6438. TCR also specializes in site prep, house pads, land clearing, demo, driveways, and much more. Call Texas Construction Resources in Tanner West, 409-782-6438.
Hi, Holy Bible Faith Center School of Theology. I'm Chancellor Dr. Durso. My pastor, Dr. Ben Andrews. We teach Jesus our Savior. Stand on the gospel word. How to live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. How to defeat the enemy, Satan, and more. Earn your degree. Allow your resume to be selected because you complete your goals.
New classes begin August 31st. Call 409-466-1744 for more information or visit our website, hbfcschooloftheology.org. As a RE/MAX agent, Suzanne Simmons is dedicated to helping her clients find the home of their dreams. Whether you are buying or selling a home or just curious about the Southeast Texas market, Suzanne would love to offer her support and services. Call her today at 409-880-5307.
I did write this for Marty Robbins. And I wished he'd cut it, I'd be rich, but you know, that's how it happens sometimes. But this is the song. It's called Right Up Till the Time You Said Goodbye. Go ahead and say we're through and get it over, 'cause it's plain to see our love has drifted apart. He just gave you his love and a world of roses, and that's all it took to tear my world apart. Life without you here will sure be lonely, but I guess it's better than trying to live a lie when you told me you loved me, I believed you right up till the time you said goodbye. I know I should have seen it falling. My world, my heart, and now these memory tears. But the heartache that's hurting now will go on forever and maybe put an end to this one who cared. Life without you here will sure be lonely, but I guess it's better than trying to live a lie. When you told me you loved me, I believed you right up till the time you said goodbye. When you told me you loved me, I believed you right up till the time you said goodbye.
Glenn's Express Collision on Cardinal Drive in Beaumont has been family owned and operated for more than 30 years, and they are recommended by most of the major insurance companies. Here's Glenn's Express Collision owner, Michael Holcomb.
Most of our jobs are referrals from insurance because we're tightly niched with those specific insurance companies. They trust us as a shop because they know we're going to treat the customer right, we're going to do the repair right, and we're going to be here for when the customer needs to come back.
Glenn's Express Collision, 2615 West Cardinal Drive in Beaumont. Cruise to Larry's Old Time Trade Days in Winnie, the first weekend after the first Monday of every month. Larry's Old Time Trade Days, where you can find it here. Texas Hot Country Magazine is one of the oldest magazines in the Houston area and affiliated with 2 Houston radio stations, the new 93Q and Country Legends. We target the very lucrative family-oriented country music and Texas music market. Grab the latest issue at TexasHotCountryMagazine.com and check out Jim King of the Road's new column. For Texas Hot Country Magazine advertising rates and information, please contact Leon Beck at 281-702-2242.